Right, morning everyone. Sunday morning, and we're just on our way to another little job. I've got to do a service, full service, and an alternator on a 3 litre diesel Peugeot Boxer horse box. I've not worked on this engine before. Went out and looked at it the other day. The engine's pretty shoehorned in there, to be fair. So we're going to go have a look. I'm going to show you through the diagnostic process of checking an alternator, and then I'll bring you along while we replace it. I'm not sure what it's going to be like to do. Looking at it, I think it's got to come out from the bottom, but I'll bring you along. Yeah. Feeling pretty tired today. Been on the go for about 10 days straight. But we're getting there. Busy at the minute, which is what we want. Right, so customers complained that vehicle doesn't start. They've put a new battery on it. ROC come out and told them that the battery was knackered, so they fitted a new battery. Apparently it still struggles to start sometimes. So let's have a look. We've got dash lights. Yeah, very slow. So what we're going to do, we're going to see if it jump starts. If it jump starts, then we're going to start checking, making sure it's charging all right, and all the other gubbins that goes with it. Right, 213 mils on there, on there. Put those up there. It comes out. And there's the battery. Right, so with your multimeter connected, at the minute it's reading 12.11 volts, which is pretty low. So a charged battery should read 12.6 volts. Right, so engine running with no consumables on, charging at 12.7 volts, which obviously isn't very good. But what you do, turn all the blowers on, put the lights on, bulbs, anything that consumes deep electricity, and basically you let it settle down. So you see that slowly going down. So now that alternator is definitely not charging at all. So as I say, it's a brand new battery. Customer fitted it themselves. Terminal's all tight. So this definitely wants an alternator. Come round here. Hey matey. Hey mate. Boy, what are you doing? Right, so at the minute, 12.4, rev it, will go up, 12.6, at 3,000 RPM. Turn everything off. Let's try that with everything off. So that definitely needs an alternator, that's charging at fuck all basically. Right, let's have a look, see what's involved. One catches on the side, passenger side, all that. The limit. And under here, catches in Right, don't know if you can see or not, but the alternator right down the back, don't know if you can see it down here at all. Basically, hang on, so I get a better picture of it. The alternator is right there. You definitely won't be getting to it from the top. There's no room up here at all. So it looks like we're going to have to jack it up and get to it from underneath. So this is the 3 litre HDI engine. So it's in there pretty well. Right, so first thing you do whenever you're doing starter motor or alternator or anything like that, disconnect the battery. So what I'm going to do, reset clamp there. That'll just slide off like that. Put it out the way, somewhere where it's not going to fall back down and touch something. That can stay there out the way. That way it can't fall back on to the negative post. Alright, we're under it. Obviously there's the alternator right there. Not too sure if we're going to have enough room to get it out between the drive shaft, the heat shield and those aircon pipes, whatever they are. So start taking bits off, see whether it fits through. I hope it does, otherwise it's going to be a bit of a ball ache. But right, let's get into it, I suppose. All good fun. Right, so we've taken the plug off and we've undone the 13mm for the live. That goes to the starter motor. So I think we're going to have to take this under tray bit off here so we can get to the tensioner for the belt. So we'll start looking at that now. Can't actually even see where the mounting bolts are for it very well. Let's have a look. Right, these are T25 Torx bits. I've lost my bloody 1/4 inch adapter, so I'm having to use a ratchet. Going back to the old school. Hate using tools. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 or 6 T25s, and there's 115mm at the top there. And this underguard should come off. Right, now with that cover off, you see the belt and the tensioner. You can also see one of the lower mounting bolts, which is just there. And the, don't know if you can see it, you might not be able to. But basically, focus, if you can see it, but just up here, right there, that looks like the top mounting bolt for the alternator. So we get the belt off, get those undone, see whether we can get it out somewhere sensible. Right, alternator is out. That was a bit of a ball ache to get that out. So for a start, I think the tensioner is seized because I couldn't get that to release tension, so I had to undo the mounting bolts and take the belt off it just by wiggling it out the way. And then the alternator does fit through this gap here, but it's very tight. I had to bend the heat shield out the way a little bit. It's easy enough to do. Even still, it's very tight, but it does go. So I'm sorry you can't see much at the minute. So top mounts up there, bottom mount goes through that hole in there. So it's fairly straightforward if it all comes apart as planned. So I've got to take that tension off, see if that tension will free off. If not, then we're going to be sticking a new tension on it, which is a bit of a pain in the ass because it's sub there and nowhere's open. So it'll probably be back out tomorrow to finish it off, but we'll see how we get on. Right, so I've got the tensioner off, but tensioner is seized. Did spray a bit of WD-40 in there, see if I could give it a few knocks. It's not really doing anything, so I'm gonna have to see if I can get one for today. Be nice if I can, but well, I think my only bet is Euro car parts, and I don't have much luck with that. We'll see how we get on. Right, back again. So after yesterday's little disaster, where the tensioner was seized, I tried freeing it off, but realistically, if it seized once, it's probably going to seize again. So, got a new one. So we're going to get this fitted, we can fit the alternator, new belt, and then we can see, double check it's charging. Right, we've got a new Gates alternator belt going on. There's our new alternator. So let's get it back in there. Right, as you can see, our new tensioner's in place, bolted up. So let's get the alternator in. Right, that's it. So new alternator's on, new tensioner's on. So the belt runs over the top of the water pump at the top, down around the crankshaft, up over the tensioner, round the alternator, then back up over the water pump. I don't know if you can see that. A bit fiddly to get into, but not a bad job. Right, so now we're going to connect the battery up. Connect the battery up, give it a go, check charge rate, and I can finish the service.